So I think it's time that we really sit down and talk about Batman's no-killing rule. This has of course been a topic of debate for years now amongst Batman fans, but it's kind of come to light again recently after an interview Zack Snyders did with Variety, where he talked about how Batman should kill people, saying that if he doesn't, you're making your god irrelevant. Anyway, we'll get to the details of that interview in a minute, but for now I kind of want to address where this no-kill rule came from and how it's become such a thing amongst Batman fans. Let's get into it.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Fear. I'm vengeance.
So first of all, I apologise for my voice. I was going to just jump on camera today and do this video kind of off the cuff discussing this topic with you guys, but I've got a dreadful cold and I really don't fancy lights pointing straight into my face. So I'm just sitting here with the microphone. I'll chuck some photos and images and videos on it after. Think of this as an off-the-cuff video of me just having my say on this subject. So first of all, we all know that Batman does not kill. It's his one rule, right? Now, the majority of what I would say are casual Batman fans probably get this rule from the Christopher Nolan movies, because Christian Bale's Batman is very, very strict on his one rule, and it almost became somewhat of a meme in the interrogation scene with the Joker, where the Joker is talking about how he's going to have to break his one rule to kind of get what he wants, right? And Batman obviously refuses. Now, this rule for the character was, of course, in place before the Nolan trilogy, but where did it come from? Because if we go all the way back to the very beginning, the very start of Batman's life as a character, he was a killer. In his first appearance in Detective Comics, he actually throws a criminal over the side of a railing to his death. It wasn't really until a bit later on, when they decided to make comic books more friendly and more accessible for kids, that they made Batman more of a vigilante, fighting the good fight and avoiding killing the criminals, than just a straight up killer. Now, this rule was pretty much carried on through the comics going forward. We then of course went into the 60s era where we had Adam West as Batman, and due to the nature of that show, there was never going to be any straight up killing. But then we got to the 80s, with Michael Keaton and Tim Burton's version of Batman. Now, this Batman killed. And for all of you Batman fans out there that talk shit about Ben Affleck's Batman because he was a killer, but love Michael Keaton, you realise that's just a huge contradiction, because Keaton was an absolute murderer in those movies. There's a scene where he puts a bomb down a criminal's trousers and pushes him into, I don't know, some kind of pit, and just lets him explode. That's savage. But yet when Ben Affleck's Batman kills, it's not okay. Now, I'm going to try and talk both sides of this argument here, whether it's okay for Affleck's Batman to kill and whether it's not. And hopefully this allows you guys to make more of an informed decision if you're not really a super hardcore Batman fan. So let's get on to the Zack Snyders stuff. So it's not really a secret that Snyder has become a somewhat controversial figure in the comic book movie world since making Batman one of, if not the most iconic hero of all time, a straight-up killer. And to this day, 8 years later, he still maintains that Batman should be able to kill people. In an interview with Variety, he explained his thought process, which again has now drawn even more controversy. People are always like, Batman can't kill. So Batman can't kill is canon. And I'm like, okay, well, the first thing I want to do when you say that is I want to see what happens. And they go, well, don't put him in a situation where he has to kill someone. I'm like, well, that's just like you're protecting your god in a weird way, right? You're making your god irrelevant. That is what Snyder said. Now, in a way, I can understand the appeal of making this no-kill superhero have this dilemma of needing to kill at some point. It's just what Snyder did in Man of Steel with Superman. Superman was forced to kill Zod in Man of Steel, breaking his neck and breaking his no-kill rule. That scene had weight to it, because Superman was faced with a choice. Did he let Zod live and potentially risk hundreds, if not thousands, if not more, innocent lives being thrown away, or did he take one life almost for the greater good? The problem with Batman doing it is he's not presented with these dilemmas. He's not presented with a situation of, if I don't kill the Joker, he's going to keep escaping Arkham over and over again, so I better just kill him. Instead, he just bulldozes his way through, I believe, 10 people in Batman vs. Superman on his way to stop Doomsday. Or Superman, whichever scene it is. So there's not really this push and pull of morality. It's just Batman kind of being portrayed as the Punisher and not really having any kind of moral code to start with. Now, having said all this, and these are all very valid points that I do absolutely agree with, on the flip side of that, we can look at Snyder's original reasoning behind Batman being a killer. and I can't find any exact quote, I'm just kind of ad-libbing here off the top of my head, going back to what I remember him saying, is that this Batman used to have a no-kill rule. Don't forget, this Ben Affleck version is a version of Batman later on in his career. He's a veteran crime fighter. At the start of his crime-fighting career, he probably did have a no-kill rule, but then something traumatic happened. We see the shot in the Batcave where he's looking up at the Robin costume, which has the graffiti from the Joker all over it. Now, this was, of course, one of the Robins. I believe it's meant to be Tim Drake that was killed by the Joker. This was a switching point, a turning point in Ben Affleck Batman's career. He then realized that if I don't kill these bad guys, not only people that are innocent are going to lose their lives, but people that I care about are going to lose their lives also. So this is a different version of Batman. This is a Batman that has been pushed to the edge, has been through that trauma and decided, you know what, it's probably for the greater good if I do kill these people. Otherwise, what am I doing? And that makes sense. It really does. The issue was we didn't get to see that journey. We were just shown, this is Batman. This is the character you all know and love. Oh, and by the way, he kills people now. It wasn't really given to us. And again, on the flip side of that, I can get Snyder doesn't want to spoon feed the audience this information and show it all and tell us that that's why he doesn't do it. We kind of have to just figure it out by what we're being shown, which you may argue is a better way of storytelling, but judging by the evidence and the reaction from the audience, perhaps it was a mistake. What do you guys think? Do any of these reasons really justify the actions of Zack Snyder's version of Batman? Or is it ridiculous? Should Batman never ever kill? It's quite funny timing that this Zack Snyder interview recently came to light, because I have a video that I put out a few months ago on the channel, Who Portrayed Batman the Most Accurately. Now that video did very, very well. It passed 500,000 views, maybe even over 600,000 now. First of all, thank you all for the support, that's awesome. But in that video, I stated that I think Ben Affleck portrayed Batman the most accurately. I knew going into it that it was going to be a controversial opinion, but I can't tell you the amount of hate and comments that I've received, literally hundreds, basically saying I'm stupid, I'm clearly not a fan of Batman, I don't understand Batman, because Affleck kills, and Batman should never kill. So even without this Snyder information, I kind of wanted to make this video and talk about the fact that, well, you're wrong. Batman does kill. And we have to look at all different versions of Batman. There's not just been one version, one definitive version of The Dark Knight. There has been multiple. Yes, Christian Bale's version didn't kill. Adam West's version didn't kill. Most of the comic book versions didn't kill. But there are some that do. There's the Thomas Wayne Batman. He kills. He's still a version of Batman. The very first version of Batman kills. Michael Keaton Batman kills. And there are other examples. So I kind of wanted to defend that point in a way anyway, because I know it shouldn't, and I know you should have thick skin as a YouTuber, but being told that I don't understand the character of Batman really grinds my gears, because, well, Batman has been part of my life growing up, and obviously still is to this day. So I feel like I do have a good grasp and understanding of his character and his history, and what he should and shouldn't do. But overall, to cut a very long story short, we need to accept different versions of the character. That's what keeps it fresh. That's what's kept Batman alive for over 75 years. If you're not a fan of Ben Affleck's Batman, that's absolutely fine. Go and watch the Nolan trilogy. He doesn't kill in that. Although, even that's a bit of a grey area. The way that Liam Neeson goes out, Ra's al Ghul, I think you could probably put that one on Batman. But anyway, I digress. Batman does kill in certain versions. The very final thing to point out in defense of my video then is all those that were saying that I'm stupid for picking Ben Affleck as the most accurate portrayal of Batman, using the reason that he kills as why I'm stupid. They don't really understand it. I'm talking about the actor's portrayal of the character. The fact that he kills is technically to do with the script, not his portrayal. So yeah, there's also that. I kind of just fed up of replying to comments saying it, so here we go. Here it is in video form. Guys, thank you all so much for watching, well, listening to me ramble today. I apologise for my bunged up, disgusting voice, but it had to be done, otherwise there was no video this week. A quick reminder, as always, to check out dragonvaultgames.co.uk. That's our store that relates to our physical shop here in Newport, South Wales. We sell a bunch of different things relating to tabletop gaming and hobby stuff, so Warhammer, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Magic the Gathering, and more. Check it out, and if you see anything on there that you like, use the code THANKYOU5 for 5% off your order. That's it from me today, my friends. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and return to the Batcave for more Bat content.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Fear and vengeance.